Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's about 4:20 on this Monday, November 7th, 2011. And I just want to do an overall 15-minute, hopefully, Sonic discussion here. Just talk about a few things that I want to get off my chest and talk about. First of all, the first thing I want to talk about is this whole situation called Son Sal and Son Amy. Now, a lot of people pretty much would look at somebody like me and say, you're a Sonic Sally supporter. And to be honest with you, yes, I am a Sonic and Sally supporter. But here's something that you don't know. I'm also a Sonic Amy supporter. Now, I know you would probably think about that and you say to yourself, well, how can you be both? You can only be one. This is the way I look at it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me. Whether they are Son Sally all the way or Son Amy all the way, this is the way I look at it. If you want to support a romantic pairing, that's fine. But if there's different franchises, different media outlets of that franchise, and it has different romantic interests for let's say said main character / hero, then it's okay to support more than just one. If you're a Archie Comics, Sonic SatAM, Sonic Junior graphic novel fan, if you will, Sonic in Sydney, Australia fan, if you will, then it's okay to support, it's perfectly fine to be a supporter of Sonic and Sally. That's why I'm a Sonic and Sally supporter, because I support it due to those reasons. Now, you might ask yourself, okay, that's legitimate reasons. The comic books, the junior novels, the Sydney, Australia, the SatAM cartoon. Okay, that's perfect good reason. But you probably ask yourself, well, what about Sonic and Amy? Sonic and Amy, the reason I would support that is due to the fact I support it because of the games. I support it because it's part of the gaming franchise part of it. I would support it because it's part of Sonic X. I would support it because of the games. Get what I'm saying? Basically, there's two sections, if you will. Two sections down the middle. One section is known as the comic books, American cartoons section of Sonic, which is the Sonic and Sally support group, if you will. That, because of SatAM, Archie Comics, Sonic in Sydney, Australia kind of deal, and stuff like that. All that, along with, like I said, the graphic junior novels and all that, that's all perfect for me to want to support Sonic and Sally. See, I have no problem with Sonic and Sally being a pairing in there, because that's made specifically for that section of the franchise. On the other side, you got the games, you got Sonic X, and then on that section you have Sonic Amy, and it's okay to support it there. Basically, folks, the reason Sonic and Sally get supported is because due to the fact that they have been a pairing longer than Sonic and Amy. That's why you still have support for them today. And that's why I still support them, because they've been around. That's the very first romantic pairing that Sonic's ever been part of. But the reason I support Sonic and Amy too is due to the fact that it's established in the games that they have a connection, they have an attraction. It's established in Sonic X. It's established in the Sonic X game comic book adaptation. It's established that they have an attraction. It doesn't mean I have to hate on Amy. I mean, perhaps in the past I used to be against her at times. I will admit that. But the thing is, you don't have to hate on her anymore, especially with the facts. With the facts straight out looking you in the face, stating that she's a little bit more mature, if you look at it, than anything else. So to get one thing off my chest, I am letting you guys know that, yes, I support Sonic and Sally. That's why I do these Sonic and Sally fan vids, either through comic books or SatAM footage. But I also support Sonic and Amy. That's why I did some of those Sonic X fan vids back when I did. That's why I did the one fan vid called Come On Over. That's why I did For You I Will. I mean, that's why I did all these. Because I support both pairings, but I support them because they're separated by two sides. SatAM Archie Comics, Sonic's Live in Sydney, Australia deal with Sally, that supports Sonic and Sally. Well, on the other end, on the other side, you have Sonic and Amy, which is supported by the games, the anime, and the comic book adaptation of Sonic X, as well as the Fleetway comics. So basically, it's, when you look at the support, the media outlet, from the comics to Sydney, Australia, to that, to the... Basically, when you look at it, it's about even. It's about even, if you will. So, to me, as long as it's kind of like separated in two different mediums, and you don't try to take it too seriously, you don't try to drive yourself nuts and try to argue the fact or start a flame war, then it's okay to support both. Because both are divided, if you will, by different generations or different parts of the franchise. That's what makes them so popular either way. Because you got one side that wants to say Sonic and Amy's better because, you know, they're actually officially part of the games and stuff. Well, you got the other side that says Sonic and Sally is better because they've been around longer. They've been part of the most popular cartoon of all time. They're part of the longest lasting comic. They were a central part of the Sonic's Live in Sydney, Australia show. You know, you got all that. So that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. And yes, people have the rights to say this one's better or that one's better. But you could also be the kind that's like me in the middle and say, you know what? You can be in the middle and you can say, you know what? As long as it's separated, if you know, in different parts of the franchise, if it's separated, then it's fine. I have no problem either way. Gaming-wise, I mean, I'll tell you this. If the comic books were based off the games right off the beginning, the Archie comic book said, if from day one, the comic books were based off the game, and Amy was inserted into Sally's place, then there's no doubt people would be supporting Sonic and Amy. But that's not the case. The comics were made to create that division, to create that separation. So to me, it's okay, depending on how you look at it. Now, another thing I want to get off my chest, and I briefly mentioned this in a video that you're going to be seeing probably before this, maybe sooner. I looked on Wikipedia, and you know, for many, many years, a lot of people have been wondering exactly what happened to Sonic SatAM, why it was canceled. Well, there's numerous reasons as to why it was canceled, folks. One reason, ladies and gentlemen, was due to the fact that they were in a ratings battle with the Power Rangers, who were on Fox at the time, and the Power Rangers were kicking their ass. Another reason was the person in charge of ABC's children programming was let go, and the new person in charge during that time, which was also a merger between ABC and Disney, didn't find the show quite interesting. But then here comes the coup de grace, or the coup de grace, if you will, the icing on the cake. Everybody's always complained that Sega sticks their nose where it doesn't belong. Yes, Sega owns the franchise of Sonic, no doubt about it, but they're sticking the nose, according to a lot of people, where it doesn't belong, especially when it comes to the American version of Sonic. Well, you could say that they stuck their nose again, because according to Wikipedia, Sonic, if you will, at the FUS, Fans United for SatAM, got sort of a kind of a reconstructive or recontracting letter from the late Ben Hurst, stating that Sega was involved in the SatAM cancellation as well, mostly because Sega wasn't happy by the fact that Sonic was being portrayed in the way he was. They felt it was a betrayal of his character. Now, I know some of you listening to that will say to yourselves, oh, that's just great. As if Sega couldn't interfere any more than they should have, or they're currently doing. They end up doing this long before and we didn't know it. Yes, Sega did do that. And honestly, it's not the only thing that, it's not the only thing that's caused SatAM to get criticized at times. I mean, yes, it was very popular. It had a lot of viewers. But it wasn't just because of all that. One of the other criticizing that SatAM got, and it's hard to believe Sonic SatAM would get some people criticizing him, was due to the fact that the first season, Sally was portrayed in the nude. Now, we know we got a lot of people that joke about that, put up pictures and say this is the reason Sally's like this. This is why Sally's a slut and stuff like that. But believe it or not, it was due to the parents' council, some kind of parenting council or organization that got on ABC and Dick Entertainment about this, and that's what caused them in the second season to give Sally her very well-known vest that she now wears. It's all because they didn't like the fact that she was walking around in the nude, and everybody else, except for Sonic, of course, and Tails, and Rotor, were basically unclothed. But still, I guess they looked at Sally as being the main female lead and felt that, she needed to set a better example, and thus that's why she got her vest. Another criticism as well, and according to Wikipedia, N Circle Entertainment actually does some editing about this. They take out some mild offensive dialogue, maybe some mild language in the windows and stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but it's true according to this. But to me, you know what? All that combined, anybody can go out and say that's the reason SatAM was canceled and blah, blah, blah. You know what? SatAM to me is still alive to this day. I mean, SatAM wouldn't have been rebroadcasted in syndication back in 04 and 05, according to Wikipedia. And I'll tell you this, it also missed out on a golden chance, a real golden chance, last year with the hour and a half block of Sonic on Sunday mornings. But anyway, for those that don't know, there are some of the reasons why SatAM was canceled. And believe it or not, was criticized at times, and why some people don't like it, but mostly do like it. Like myself, mostly do like it. And one last thing to get off my chest is, I just don't understand it, folks. I did a video on this same subject that I typed up, if you will, and posted at various Sonic sites, thatguywiththeglasses.com, TuneZone, and whatnot. And yet some people just don't like it either. I typed up a text version of looking back at Sonic the Hedgehog in the year 2011, the comic book by Archie Comics. I told him, yeah, I know it's early. But hey, with us knowing what's going to happen in the next 2 issues perhaps, I don't think it's that bad. But yet, I have 0 views. I have 0 responses at some sites. I have viewers, yes, but 0 responses. Which makes me think, man, what is the point? And then I have people telling me, oh, you should get a blog. Oh, if you got so much on your mind. And I'm thinking to myself, damn. And then I got one site that's thinking of banning me, and I'm thinking, damn. You guys are complaining about the fact that I keep doing YouTube videos, and you guys don't have enough memory on your computers, or you don't want to sit there and bore yourself out of your skulls. And yet, you complain I post too long of a book length, if you will, topic. I mean, come on, folks. Make up your minds is what I'm thinking. And I'm pretty sure this has happened to a lot of you. But I'm thinking, come on, make up your minds. You want one or the other. It just doesn't make sense to me, folks. But that's all I'm going to get off my chest for right now. Talk to you later. Peace out. God bless.